As the world is becoming flat and business is becoming more global, obviously we're all here for that. Can you talk a little bit more about the One World partnership and how you're getting closer to all the airlines? I know you and American Airlines have expanded, and many of us fly domestic, and I'm a 2/3 domestic, 1/3 international flyer, and I'd like to understand how I can seamlessly make those interact, especially at Cathay Pacific as well. For
that's a great question. Just to tell you a little bit about our industry, it's kind of strange because in some ways we're at opposite ends of the spectrum. You're small and starting up and agile. We are, in BA's case, we've been flying since 1919. So that's a long time. And the industry has been pretty slow to adapt to the customer. And I think I'd put that down to, if you like, the way in which the airline industry has grown up. Because what you've seen in history is you've got a lot of legacy carriers who were national carriers. And BA itself is a legacy national carrier. A little bit of history on British Airways is that we were actually privatised. It came out of government ownership in 1984-85, and we've been on the stock market since then. And we were sort of fairly early in that sort of process because a lot of the carriers around the world are still dependent on national government. And that has made it, to my mind, something of an irrational industry. Part of my background is banking, and the banking industry consolidated a long time ago. The airline industry has never consolidated. And that actually has not been the greatest prospect for the customer because, or the airlines. For the customer, it's lacked the ability for airlines to work together to give you the schedule that you want. And from the airline perspective is, this industry has destroyed capital ever since the Wright brothers 80 years ago. Now, what I see today is a tremendous opportunity, and I hope, as an industry, we will get it right. Now, the opportunity for the customer is pretty clear, is that we can provide you with a more seamless service as the world, as you said, is flat. People want to travel around the world and get from A to B, and if we can coordinate with other airlines on schedules, which we now have the ability to with Iberia, and we now have the ability to do that with American, so that we can coordinate your schedule for you. We can offer you a frequent flyer program where you can earn miles on one carrier and burn them on another carrier, which we weren't previously able to do. So that becomes more seamless for you. We can, if you like, align policies, baggage policies or whatever, which makes it easier for you. And at the same time, it gives us a better customer proposition as an alliance with American and an alliance with Iberia. So to my mind, it's a win-win. Now, we need to get that right because the consolidation is in its early phases, and I think it will continue. But I would like to think that in 5-10 years' time, the airlines will be offering you a much better product and a good service, to the question over there, which will help you, and that will help me. It will grow my business and provide you, hopefully, with the service that will help you grow your business. So, I think we're in a sort of period of change in the airline industry, and an important period of change.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Derek Guess. My company is Griot's Row Productions. We are a video marketing company as well as a video production company. I was drafted by British Airways to kind of go around and interview people with some of the video flip cameras. I was wondering, my first question is, what is going to be done with some of the media pictures and different things like that for some of the winners to either use, also to be able to promote the next event to make it even bigger and better? Mm-hmm. And my second question is, is British Airways also going to develop partnerships with some of the small businesses in this room?
Save my voice, thank you so much. Yeah, a number of you in the room have got flip cameras and have been recording, and I know you've been interviewing people over the last 48 hours. Thank you for that. When you leave the room today, Charlene is going to be waiting outside in the lobby. Charlene, do you want to stand up and wave to us all? There's Charlene. Okay. So Charlene's going to be waiting outside in the lobby. If you want to hand your flip back to Charlene, and then we're going to extract that content, edit it, and put it together, and that will go up on the site as well in the next few weeks. So thank you very much for putting that together for us.
So, you know, you've got access here to people. Use it. Get in touch with the BA salespeople, and you know they will, and commercial people. They will undoubtedly help you, you know, in that way. So just contact people around the room. Network.
The question is to you: is how does the premium positioning really live in the context of small business owners who are often looking at the budgets, looking at other things?
Yeah.
You mentioned the investment in bringing the customer back. The beds are great, but you don't need a budget to smile. And you may want to remember that. There is no reason not to smile. I remember in one of the flights, it was so dreadful that I actually offered one of the flight attendants $5 just to smile.
Did they take it? It's too expensive. Yeah, and you've raised an excellent point because, you know, I say when you talk about customer, it isn't just about the hard product. It's also about the service and the style and everything else that goes with it. You know, and that's one of the things we're very conscious of and are looking to invest in. In terms of your original point, we developed the On Business program just to tackle the issue of smaller and medium-sized businesses. So I'm sure someone would be delighted to talk to you about the On Business program. And I hope you'll keep travelling with us and not pay $5 each time. Now, if I leave you with one last thought is that don't be put off too early, because business is a long-time venture and building relationships takes time. And, you know, and our experience in China, to me, is absolute proof of that. So, can I say thanks for coming. I hope you all have fantastic stays. I know a lot of you are going on to places in Africa and elsewhere. So have a great trip to Europe and Asia, the Far East, wherever you're going next. And I hope you enjoy London as well. Thank you.